Hi guys, West Country Explorer here, and today I'm going to be going for a little walk around a little village just inside the Wiltshire border called Tollard Royal. So it's a little village that Amy and I have driven through quite a few times, and it's such a beautiful, pretty, picturesque little village that I thought I've got to come here one day and do a video. And today's the day that I've actually got round to coming here. So guys, I'm going to take you around Tollard Royal and show you what a beautiful village it is. So I'm on the edge of the village at the moment, and just before I started recording there was an absolute massive rooks just flying around the tops of those trees. You can still see a fair few of them flying around now. But like I said, just before I started recording, they were right around the tops of the trees making an absolute noise. Kind of reminded me of that Alfred Hitchcock film, The Birds. On the edge of the village, right by the side of the road, is this little well. Would have been one of the village wells. Nice lovely just carpet of snowdrops around. That's quite a nice little well. I can just picture people coming here to get their water and sort of catching up on the village news and all the rest, sort of while standing around the well. Nice little sign there for the old schoolhouse. If I bring you just up here, guessing that would have been the old schoolhouse. The old village school. I said this is the road through the village, with the school on the edge. I'm guessing these are fruit trees here. So I think guessing this would be like a little fruit orchard. Would it be a village fruit orchard, like all the villages, like communal orchard? I don't know. I don't know if they're apple trees. I'm guessing they might be. Just imagine this. I've got a romantic image of this being like a communal apple orchard, and the villagers coming here to collect the apples and take them home and make homemade scrumpy. But over here, oh, can you hear a car coming? Hang on a minute. I just stopped recording while a couple of cars went by. But over here, got the communal village pond. Obviously a lovely area to sit out in. I can imagine in the summertime this would be an amazing place to sort of sit out, relax. As you can see, a couple of benches here. But isn't it just so amazing? And just down here, up through there you've got a little footpath going up through the trees up to the top there. If I come this way, I haven't got the best footwear for walking through like muddy footpaths. Obviously a bit of a track up there. Probably loads of footpaths going up that way. But bringing you back here. Well, I can imagine this place sort of being like back in previous times. I can imagine this place being like a hive of activity for like village life. So there's the village pond. Twirls all around, you see the yellow box. Twirls all around to here. And then you've got the old cart shed. If I just zoom in a bit. Noisy tractor, go away. Yeah, so the old cart shed. Just imagine, just picture like the carts being made in there. Probably the wheels being fixed and all the rest. Yeah, it's the layout of the village. It's got so much character to it. It's hardly looks like it's hardly changed. And because it's got so much character and all the rest to it, I can so easily imagine like the real White and the person who worked on the carts and that just working away there. I can just easily visualize it. I can just imagine a cart being brought out any minute now. The old phone box, now called the Tollard TARDIS. Got defib in there. And if I zoom in a bit, you can see there's some books in there as well. It's quite nice to see these old telephone boxes being put to use, sort of like a new use. And here we got a little war memorial thing, statue. Would you call it a statue? Don't know. It's a war memorial anyway. And what I'm going to do now, guys, is, sorry about all the cars going by. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you up here to the church. There's the old war memorial. I've just come up this road. That cream coloured door there on this, it's got a sign on it, the old Smithy. So there'd have been a Smithy there. And here we are, come up to the church. Some properties here, nice looking ones. If I come over here, just about to see through the trees, quite a nice looking building there. If I can zoom in a bit, just see it through the trees. Very nice looking. Let's have a little walk around the church, shall we, guys? Yeah, so if I remember rightly, this is St. Peter's Church. I think its full name is St. Peter in Chains Church. I think there's only about 15 churches in the country with the title St. Peter in Chains. So it's got a fairly sizable graveyard to it. So it's a little bit away from the road, so it's a little bit quieter up here. Some interesting little headstones here. Yeah. I said this bit of the village, nice and quiet. It's quite a lovely looking church inside. The ropes for the bells. Ladder going up into the bell tower. Just going to twizzle you around. Some little memorial casket thingy bobs. Yeah, but some interesting sort of wall decoration paintings. A bit nippy in there. I hope it's not nippy like this during the service. You have to keep your coat on if it was nippy like this. Nice little church. Just come out of the churchyard via a different gate, and across this road here is quite a nice little footpath. You can hear the rooks in the distance making an absolute ruckus. I'm getting quite excited myself because in about a week or so I'm going to be starting a new job. On the 28th of February I'm back to working in a private boarding school, so I'm really looking forward to that. Means I get the school holidays again, get back to going on long walks and all the rest. Plenty of time to be getting out and about, doing videos, enjoying the countryside. In a way, it seems quite fitting that I'm going to be starting at a boarding school after the February half term, because it was 5 years ago, 2017, I moved from West Dorset over to Worthing, West Sussex, and it was after the February half term in 2017 that I started working for a private boarding school over in West Sussex. Right, and here we are at the main road, just come down from that footpath, and on the edge of the village we've got the King John Inn. I haven't been there myself, but I'd like to go there one day, so give it a try, see what the food's like. And so called because I think, if I remember rightly, King John, he had I think it was a hunting lodge or some kind of a residence here, so he was definitely connected with this area. So yeah, King John Inn on the edge of town, up at the village. Looks nice, definitely going to give it a try one day. Now on the main road there is a former Methodist Church. I think it's a private residence now, but by the side of the Methodist Church there's a little trackway, it's a restricted byway, so I've walked up there onto this footpath. If I twizzle you around, sorry, going a bit faster, zoom out a bit. Yeah, footpath carries on up there out into the countryside. As you can see down there in the valley bit, some of the sort of residents, I think that's a part of an estate. Got their little tennis court. Is it Rushmore Estate? I think it is, if I remember rightly. If I zoom in there, if you can see on the right hand side, that looks like it's inside the barn. That looks like it's some kind of a gypsy caravan. That's what it looks like from here. But you can just make out sort of the church tower there. So this little bit's a footpath. It'd be quite nice to explore one day, I reckon. Well, no, this is just such a lovely setting to have a house. Nice thatched property there. I'll come down this little bit. Now, I don't know if that's just an ornamental feature or whether that's the site of an old well. Like I said, lovely site for a cottage. This is the kind of area I could happily live in. I'd be in my element out here. There's a restricted byway pathway that I've just been along. And that's the site of the old Methodist Church. On the plaque there, if I zoom in, 1879. Oh, car coming by. Mind out, guys. Yeah, so it was 1879. Oh. And I think it was the 1950s it closed down. So private residence now. That there has got post cottage on the gate. So I'm guessing that would have been the site of the old post office in previous times. And here we are coming back down towards the village pond area. So there you go, guys. That was a little bit of a walk around Tollard Royal. The road's a bit of a busy one, so not always easy to do recording without the noise of cars sort of in the background and all the rest. It's yeah, trying to choose a moment when there's no vehicles going by and all the rest is easier said than done. So, but yeah, it's a lovely little village, lovely, so beautiful, and it looks like it hasn't changed at all in many years, and sort of hardly spoilt by the progress of time. So it's still got a very strong old-fashioned feel to it, this little village. So, and loads of footpaths around the area. I think you could easily park up here and just spend hours going off into the countryside, walking around and all the rest. So it's one of those places, if you ever get the chance, definitely have a stop and have a little look around and all the rest. And I would say it's probably quite a nice place to park up, go for a walk in the countryside for the afternoon, and then stop at the King John Inn for a meal afterwards. So might do that one day. Just come here, park up, go for a nice long walk in the countryside, and then get a bit of grub at the King John. See what it's like. Well, guys, hope you've enjoyed watching this video. And as I was saying during the video, I'm soon going to be back working at a private boarding school, which means sort of a bit more free time again to get out and about doing videos and all the rest, and I can easily go off and do my own thing and also have time to spend with Amy and all the rest. So, because lately, like as you probably know, I've only had weekends to do recordings. That's why Amy's been in a lot of my videos recently. But now I'll have a free time, I can get off and sort of by myself. So there'll be a lot more videos, just me. But I'll still be doing videos with Amy in as well. So yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to suddenly drop her from the channel. She's still going to be making an appearance, so yeah. But anyway, guys, it's all going to be good times. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. And look forward to seeing you in the next one, guys. And in the meantime, the usual, stay safe, take care, God bless.